Hi year one, I hope that you're all okay. Today we are looking at another story called Spinderella and we are going to write a book review. Before we start our learning, please can you write the long date Tuesday the 14th of July 2020 and the LI to write a book review. You will need your workbook, a pencil, a purple pen or pencil, and you can download a book review template from the Grange website. Spinderella, and it is by two authors called Julia Donaldson and Sebastian Braun. Julia Donaldson also wrote The Gruffalo. The children of Scottleton Primary School were eating their dinner, fish fingers, potatoes and peas. High above them the spiders of Scottleton Primary School were eating their dinner, flies, flies and flies. How many flies have we got today, Mum? Asked Spinderella the smallest spider. Lots, said Mum. Loads, said her brothers and sisters. That's not a number, complained Spinderella. Never mind about numbers. Eat up your flies, said Mum. After dinner the children went out to play football. The spiders swung down to watch. What a tackle, they cried, and yippee! The children scored goal after goal. How many goals is that, Mum? Asked Spinderella. Lots, said Mum. Loads, said her brothers and sisters. Spinderella sighed. What a family! How will I ever learn about numbers? When the children had gone home, Spinderella said, Why don't we play football? Don't be silly, said her biggest brother Speedy. We haven't got a ball, said her second biggest brother Scrabble. I can see a pea on the floor, said Spinderella. We can use that. Mum chose Speedy and Scrabble as the captains of each team. Nearly all the spiders decided to join Speedy's team because he was the fastest runner. Speedy's team scored all the goals. It's not fair, the spiders on Scrabble's team shouted. Yes, it is. You're just jealous, shouted the spiders on Speedy's team. To make things worse, the spiders hurt their legs kicking the pea. Before long they were all quarrelling, moaning and kicking each other instead of the pea. Mum had to blow her whistle. How many spiders should we have on each team, Mum asked Cinderella. Lots, said Mum. Loads, said her brothers and sisters. I think both teams should have the same number, said Spinderella. But her brothers and sisters all turned on her. Down with numbers, they yelled. Next morning, Spinderella woke early. She felt sad. I wish I could learn about numbers, she sighed. And you shall, came a loud voice. Spinderella spun round and saw an enormous hairy spider. Who are you? Asked Spinderella. I am your hairy godmother, said the enormous spider. Follow me. Spinderella scuttled after her, out of the dinner hall, along the corridor, into a classroom, and up to the ceiling. Spinderella looked down and saw a teacher come into the classroom with a pile of football bibs. Keep your eyes and ears open, said the hairy godmother, and in a flash she was gone. Now I want you to count yourselves, said the teacher. There should be 20 of you, but let's check. Then came the most wonderful sound. The children took turns to shout out a number from 1 to 20. Spinderella swung joyfully backwards and forwards in time for the counting. The teacher gave out the football bibs. Put them on and find the others with the same colour, he said. Soon there were 2 groups of children. How many in each team? Asked the teacher. The children counted again. 10 reds, said the girl in red. 10 blues, said the boy in blue. The same number, shouted Spinderella. She was so excited that she let go of her thread. Look, a spider! Squash it! Screamed someone. Spinderella froze in terror. Let's put it out of the window, said the teacher, and he did. Suddenly Spinderella was outside. I'm lost, she wailed. I'll never see my mum again. But then she turned round and spotted 2 football goals. I know where I am now, she said. She scuttled round the outside of the school, in through the open window of the dinner hall, and up to the web. Hello, Mum. I can count up to 20, she said. Never mind about that. Eat up your flies, said Mum. I'm going to count them first, said Spinderella, and she did. I've got 14 flies, she told her brothers and sisters. So what, they said. Down with numbers, up with flies and football. That night the spiders decided to play football again. Mum said, Spinderella, I've been counting. There are 10 of us, so we need 5 spiders on each side. Some of the spiders muttered, "Down with numbers." Spinderella sorted them into 2 teams of 5. She was in Scrabble's team and she also helped Mum to keep the score. This time no one quarrelled or kicked each other, and at half-time each had scored 3 goals. But still, the spiders kept hurting their spindly legs kicking the pea. "I wish I had some football boots," sighed Spinderella. "And you shall," came a voice. It was the hairy godmother again. "But how many boots do you each need?" she asked. "Lots," said Mum. "Loads," said Spinderella's brothers and sisters. "That's not good enough," said the hairy godmother. "I need to have a number." "8," shouted Spinderella. "We've each got 8 legs, and we each need 8 boots." "Done," said the hairy godmother. There was a flash, and on the floor were 10 little piles of boots. Each pile had 8 boots in it. The spiders put them on and laced them up. Then they had a wonderful second half. They scored goal after goal. The hairy godmother clapped and clapped. With only a minute left to go, each team had scored 8 goals. "It's going to be a draw," muttered Spinderella. But just then the ball came her way, and she gave it an almighty kick. Spinderella had scored the winning goal. All the spiders ran up to her. They picked her up, and all together they cheered, "Up with Spinderella, up with numbers." The end. So I hope you enjoyed that story. Now, what is a book review? Pause the video and talk to your adult. A book review is a piece of writing. You can tell the reader if you enjoyed the book, who the characters are, and a little bit about what happens in the story, but you don't want to tell them too much. Sometimes you can rate the book out of 5 stars. Can you talk to your adult about what you liked in the story and what you disliked and why? How many stars would you give it out of 5? Pause the video. Here is an example of a book review. So the title is Spinderella. The authors are Julia Donaldson and Sebastian Braun. I have given the book 4 out of 5 stars because I don't really like spiders. What was your favourite part? My favourite part of the story was the ending. I liked it because Spinderella finally scored the winning goal and she was very happy. And here is my favourite scene of the book. If you are in Mrs. Coker, Miss Thurlow and my phonics group, this is your activity. You can get this template from the Grange website. I have given you the title and the authors so that you can fill in these 2 lines. Then, can you rate the book out of 5 stars? If you liked it, you could give it 4 or 5. If it was okay, you can give it 3. And if you didn't really like it, you can give it 1 or 2 stars. Then, can you write about your favourite part, and your challenge is to use the word because to explain why. Then you can draw a picture of your favourite part of the story. If you are in Miss Zadie and Mrs. Meta's phonics group, this is your activity. I have given you the title here, Spinderella, a book review by, and then you can write your name. First, you will write about what happens in the story. Who are the main characters? So you could say Spinderella, her family, and the hairy godmother. Where is the story set? See if you can remember. And what did you like about this book? And then your ratings. And draw your favourite part of the story. And remember to tell us why you like the book with the word because. Time for the shout-outs. Well done to Bathanan, Idris, Omar, George and Sadia. Remember to send your work to the Year 1 email address so that we can see what you've been doing and read your book reviews. Please can you send in some videos or photos for the end of year videos? It would be lovely to include as many of you as possible, and if you have any questions about it, email your teacher. I hope you all have a lovely day.